With Snoopgate getting murkier after former Air Chief N.A.K. Brown jumped into the controversy, the Indian Army today tried to set matters at rest. Sources have told Headlines today that too much is being read into the Army's movements. Sources say its para-commandos need not directly enter Hindon for the final exercise, which was scheduled for later in February. The troops can always practice and have dry runs since moving the unit is not a simple task. Sources say once in every quarter the Army mobilizes its troops, and this was part of its training. Let's get a word from our correspondent Jugal Purohit, who's getting us this information from his sources in the Indian Army. Jugal, the Army basically trying to rest all kinds of rumors and speculation of a possible coup in January to rest, saying this was part of a routine exercise. Why was then the former DGMO summoned by the Defence Secretary?
Absolutely, Simi. In fact, there are many questions, and one must be aware that as far as this case is concerned, not all the facts are still in the public domain. Now, essentially what we have right now is a reaction from speaking to various authorities within the Indian Army who are reacting to the statement made by the former Indian Air Force Chief, Air Chief Marshal N.A.K. Brown. He said this morning in an interview to us, and he's also admitted in as many words that he was aware about the Army para-commandos movement from their base in Agra. But he said that that movement had to culminate into Hindon, not at that time, but a month later. Essentially, what this means is that the implication of a statement of this sort is that one will definitely start questioning as to just what the Army was up to and what the Army troops were about doing in the area that they were actually ordered to go back from. Now, in this scenario, people in the Army, the feeling that one gets is that people in the Army feel that perhaps the Air Chief Marshal has jumped the gun. He said something which he shouldn't have, because what I am given to understand is that these troops who are based in Agra, they can always have their dry runs, they can always practice. Not every time do they have to actually enter the Hindon Air Base, and it was being done on that account. And I also a short while back spoke to General Chaudhary, who had to travel. Unfortunately, is not available to join us. But he said that there is a unit in Gurgaon, there is a facility in Gurgaon from where these troops from Agra came, rested, settled and returned, and that was something which was being done time and over again. The Army says that it is fully aware that the Indian Air Force Chief's statement that the exercise was a month later is nothing new. The Army is saying that as far as that statement itself is concerned, both sides are aware that the exercise was to take place later on, and nothing actually stops the para-commandos from training. So that's the sense one gets, and unfortunately, Simi, in all of this, we are seeing that services are being pitted against one another, sentiments are getting hurt with statements coming in from both sides, and it is only taking the entire discourse with regards to the distrust between the civil and military side of India's defense setup to a new low.